So in the last few years or so, there's been so many video contents on YouTube, mostly vlogging about a lot of different things. But one thing that I haven't seen a lot is videos on birding, just like basic birding vlogs. And I've always wanted to do this too. It's been a while, like my friends tease me all the time. I've been saying that I want to do one for almost 4 years now, but I think now I'm going to start doing one. I usually go out birding every day, but then I'll try to make a video almost every weekend or so, whenever I have time. But this is definitely happening, finally. And now I'm out. I'm looking for whatever I can find, basically. But I'm scanning these trees with the hopes of finding some owls. This has been a really weird year in Fargo. We usually have a lot of snow around this time, but right now we basically have nothing on the ground, which makes it a lot interesting because we are not supposed to have long-eared owls in Fargo around this time, but this year a few of them have been hanging around. So basically just scanning these trees to see if I can find one. Ow. I don't know, I'm happy with anything. Not specifically owls, but let's see how many species we can find today. That's a beautiful day. So one of the questions that I get a lot is, usually when I'm with a new friend and then we end up seeing a lot of birds, is they tell me that they've never seen any birds in the park, and this is the first time I'm seeing a lot of birds. I think one of the reasons is that like people don't usually pay attention to anything that's around whenever they're walking. I've seen people have their headphones or earphones in their ear, so that we are never going to hear anything. And similarly, like if you're not looking for stuff, I don't think you'll see any stuff, because whenever I'm walking, I'm looking at things, birds flying in the sky or anything that moves in the trees or on the ground. So I end up seeing stuff like that sound right now. I thought that was a bird, but I don't know if you can see this. There's a broken branch right here, and with the wind it's kind of rotating. That's what's making the sound. Anyways, I thought it was a bird or something, but it's not. But whenever you're out, just try to find stuff, look at things. It's awesome. I don't know how to explain it, but I love the sound of nature. Right when I say that, I hear a car behind me. It's making a noise, but anyways, let's see what we can find around here. Right now I'm trying to find owls, and the reason I'm looking at conifers is it's a good place to hide. And then during the winter, most of the trees, they don't have leaves, but the conifers are evergreens, so they love to hang around these trees. Nothing so far, but I think we'll at least get one species of owl today. I'll make sure that we get that. But this is what birding is. Just walk a lot, try to listen to things. But the first thing to do is get outside. Like right there, I see a crow flying. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a crow flying. I don't know. I'll try to take a photo. All right, so no owls so far. I've had few chickadees, a downy woodpecker, and the crow that we saw before. Apart from that, it's been pretty quiet. Like right now, I don't hear anything. Just one chickadee somewhere out there, and then the really loud noise, probably a plane or something. Can't quite make the sound of it. But I'm heading to these groves of tree right now. They've been really good for owls in the past, and if they're here, they're going to be in these trees. So let's see if we can find it. So one of the cool thing about eBird is you can find different species based on wherever they've been reported, but also with species like owls, since people tend to usually like bother them a lot just for good photos and stuff, and especially with like some of the sensitive species, what eBird does is kind of hides its information. So for example, if you were to look for a normal great-horned owl versus a long-eared owl, it's not going to show you where people have found it. It's just going to show you the general area, but you are not going to get the exact location. So I think that's pretty good. I think it's pretty good that they've done that, because like that way people don't bother the owls a lot. But I'm kind of ending up near to the tree that usually has the long ear. I don't know if I can turn this around. Oh no, I can't. Never mind. I don't see anything as of right now, but you never know with these owls. It could be right in front of me and then I don't even see it. That has happened quite a few times. Looks like it's not around right now, or it just hidden too well and I can't see it, and that has happened multiple times again. But basically, this is what birding is like especially with owls. Like, you don't find an owl every day you are out, and it's definitely not fun if you find owls every day you're out. The best thing about looking for owls is the challenge of not finding them every day. That's the part I enjoy the most too. And like I said, there could be one in any of these trees right now looking at me and I just don't see it. But that's not going to stop me from not looking for them. Or looking for them, I don't know. I don't remember what I said, but you know what I mean. But usually, again, my birding trip always ends with owl, and I hope that this one does too. At the end of this park, I didn't see any owls today. Usually we do, which means it's like 3 out of 10 times. That's usually. And again, that's the fun part about it. Not finding the owls is the fun part of finding owls. I know it doesn't make sense, but nothing does. There's still few trees that I usually find them in, so maybe we still have chance. I haven't lost hope yet. But also it's interesting that there's nothing around. I don't hear anything apart from those few birds that I heard 30 minutes ago. I still do hear one chicken in the back, never mind. But really good day. Look at this. It's a really good day. This is not supposed to be the normal Fargo temperature in February, but there's always an exception. Okay, I made it to the last rows of trees. This is my last hope of finding anything in this park. But I did add one more species to the list. I don't know if you can hear this right now, but there's a white-breasted nuthatch going crazy. Is that a bird? No, it's not. Never mind. Considering how good the day is today, I don't hear a lot of birds. I don't see a lot of birds. But again, that's how birding is. Okay, so this part of the park has a lot of activity going on. So that's a white-breasted nuthatch. I can also hear a drumming of a woodpecker. Suspect it's probably hairy. I haven't seen it yet, but that weird thing in the background I think is a squirrel, but I don't know. I'll double check. I'll try to find it, but I think it's a squirrel, which has fooled me many times. Okay, I also found a northern strike. I lost it because I tried to grab my phone and now I can see it, but it's definitely somewhere. I'll try to get a photo of that. That's a really cool species. I love strikes. I've had one in my hand before and I did not like that because my hand was left bloody and wounded after that, but they're really cool species to just look at, but never to hold. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear this, but singing in the background. My GoPro died, but GoPro really has a good microphone, so if it wasn't my GoPro, I think you'd be hearing that sound right now. I don't know if my phone is good enough to get that sound, but it's definitely somewhere. Yeah, it's making that sound. But also birding is about listening to. It's not just about finding or observing or seeing something. It's a lot about just trying to hear stuff as well. So usually I just walk, pause, listen. There, that's a woodpecker. I hear a nuthatch. I hear a crow. That's 3 species in 5 seconds. So listen to them as well. And listening to bird is one of the hardest thing to do, but with practice you get better. And I really suck at it. Like, I'm not a good birder by year. I'm trying to get better at it, but it's been hard because I'm not a musical person at all. I don't have any musical sense, which kind of sucks. I think it would be better if I was good at music, but I'm just forcing myself, practicing a lot and getting better at birding by ear day by day. So by the time I'm 80, maybe I'll be better if I don't lose my hearing sense. I heard something. Can't decide what it is. So no luck with owls in this park, but I'm headed to a different one now. And as I mentioned before, all of my trip usually ends with owls. And the day's still long. Probably got like 1.5 hours of sunlight left, so who knows. I might still get 3 species or no species of owls. We'll see. Okay, I just got a northern saw-whet owl. I lost it again, but anyways, here. I don't know if I can see it here. I'm going to stop this recording and then start a new video from the other side and show it to you guys. Okay.